Hey everybody, hey bronchitis. Hey. Yes, yes, yes. Yo, I can't believe it's already a week, right? Yeah. Time flies, especially in quarantine. Time is moving kind of quickly, I should say. Kind of quickly. The Doyalum, hey, what's going on, man? Oh wow, Sam, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we're gonna get really started on the favorite anime pets in about 10 minutes. But before then, I really wanted to just thank you guys for even following me and just being here. There's been so much tension in the anime community recently because very recently, two great anime creators, their accounts were taken away from them, and it wasn't for any reason. I mean, I was even in one of their lives that TikTok deemed inappropriate or what have you. And it was insane that their entire platform was taken away. So I just really appreciate you guys, and I really wanted to tell you that. A panda looking pet from. Yes, oh my god. Uh, Seth Sefer Nasrati? Yes. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot that pet. I love that pet is so adorable. Road to 100K. Pooncher, hopefully. Don't do this for real. Have you read Unordinary? No, I haven't. The corgi from Cowboy Bebop. That's a good one. Christian Murray, the fact you said Pikachu, that's very interesting, man. I was while writing down a list of I wrote down like a very short list of some of the anime pets I wanted to talk about. I was wondering if Pokemon are actually pets. I mean, I feel as though that would be like calling zookeepers pet owners because essentially Pokemon trainers just capture Pokemon and they train them to fight. So I think the closest real life comparison we have are zookeepers, essentially. So are the animals in a zoo the pets of the zookeeper? Watching from Argentina. Francis, oh wow, thank you. Thank you for dropping in. He's more of a companion. Yeah, he's more of like a partner. Appa, I have Appa on my list. Oh man, Appa is such a good pet. Such a good pet. Come from Bleach is top tier. Yeah. You I know no one I was going to wait for 10 minutes, but I'll say it now and repeat it later. But Hamtaro, I think Hamtaro is the ultimate pet. Same name gang. Travis is lit. Hey, Puncher, I loved Avatar. Avatar was so good. Dude, I can't wait for Avatar to hit Netflix. Les Spencer. That's interesting. I'm scared. I'm definitely scared. Is Ryu a pet from That's a good question. That's a very good question. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe we could consider that. The blue fairy tale cat, maybe. Hujo, I, I, I haven't watched fairy tale in a long time, but I feel like that blue flying cat had some line in there where they repeatedly kept saying they weren't a pet, but I'm not sure. Please do ASMR. Yama Llama, thank you. I hated it when it first started, but I loved it towards the end. Oh, Grundy, what's the topic? I did Yama Llama, thank you. I hated it when it first started, but I loved it towards the end. Oh, Grundy, what's the topic? I didn't. Oh, Grundy, yeah. So the most like comment was favorite anime pets. So favorite anime pets. I need an anime to watch on Netflix. Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Death Note's a good one. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Castlevania. I consider Castlevania an anime. Uh, Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic is good. Be the Beginning is really good if you like mysteries and thrillers. So that's a good place to start if you haven't watched any of those. Hey, anime lover, and again, thank you for your comment. Dreams 5, hey, what's going on? Thoughts on Dead Man Wonderland? Very bloody, very bloody. I think the concept was very interesting, and I think it also was an interesting take on what the future could be when it comes to incarceration and the prison system. And I know that's probably not the answer you were expecting, but I felt like it was a very interesting possibility of it, because I think the way that social media is structured as of now, it makes justice also an entertainment spectacle. So some of the kind of, not even some, but the most liked form of justice at this current time also doubles as entertainment, the way that it circulates on Twitter and TikTok and other social media. So I felt like Dead Man Wonderland took that idea and made it into a very solid anime. Yeah, Dreams 5, it's favorite anime pets. Favorite anime pets. And the answer is a good answer, thank you. Does Genos from One Punch Man count as a pet? No. Did you like Soul Eater? Yeah, I did. I like the concept of Soul Eater a lot. I felt like there were some pitfalls with it, but Soul Eater is a classic anime. Should you watch Darwin's Game? I am 2 episodes in, and I love the concept of it, and I love the mystery of it too, because Darwin's Game, I was going to do a review of it actually. I think I was going to release it next week, but I'll give it to you guys probably later in this live. I haven't watched a lot of anime, so I can't contribute. Oh, Puncher, that's fine. Syrup from Bofuri. I need to watch Bofuri. I have been recommended that so often. I need to watch Bofuri. My favorite pet is Sissy from Code Realize. Wow, I haven't watched Code Realize. I need to watch Code Realize. God Inferno, hi. Hey, Kiba's dog. Exactly. Akamaru. So we're actually going to start on the anime pet topic in like a couple minutes. But yeah, Akamaru is definitely on that list too. I just finished Akame ga Kill. Oh, did you like it? Did you like Akame ga Kill? What about One Punch Man season 3? What about One Punch Man season 3? One Punch Man, I liked the first season. I felt like because there were different artists on the second season, I wasn't that engaged with it. So I'm not sure if I personally have that much excitement toward the third season, but it is a solid anime, and I completely understand why so many people are into it. What about Hawk from Seven Deadly Sins? Dreams 5. Hawk gets so much hatred. Mitsu Shogun hates Hawk so much. Does Ryuk count as an anime? Yo, Ryuk does not. I have to think about that. Because what is a pet then? What really is a pet? Is it just a different species that lives with you? Because if that's the case, then yeah, Ryuk is technically a pet. Is Kurama a pet? That's a good question. We might have to determine the case, then yeah, Ryuk is technically a pet. Is Kurama a pet? That's a good question. We might have to determine what a pet actually is. If you were in JoJo, what would your stand be? Is Kurama a pet? That's a good question. We might have to determine what a pet actually is. If you were in JoJo, what would your stand be? A golden experience. I love golden experience. I think it needs to be domesticated. That's interesting. But I mean, some people own exotic tigers and they own bears and they consider them pets in a way. So I don't know if domestication is really a qualifier for if something is a pet or not. But this is an interesting question because I truly don't know the actual definition of a pet. I never had to think about it. I think Metal Bat is really underrated because the more hurt he gets, the stronger he gets. He's OP. Oh, Grundy, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. With that summary, Metal Bat is pretty much like the Saiyan of One Punch Man. Is there Demon Slayer season 2? Asian Creation, guys. If there is one creator, man, that deserves more hype, there are so many that I know, and he is definitely one of them. This guy is such a good creator. If you haven't stopped by his channel, please do. He does so many things. Shino cosplay, he breaks down anime. He has such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to anime and manga. I deeply admire him. Do we for all episodes to come out for an anime or watch week by week? Hujo, that's a good question. It depends. It definitely depends. I think that there, it depends. There's some anime that I generally try to wait for all the episodes to come out and then watch it, but some I need to watch it. I need to watch it week by week. Is Salamander from Black Clover a pet? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think so. And if so, that they're a great pet. Would you consider Philo from Shield Hero a pet or more of a daughter? Huh? Probably more of a. We're gonna have to define what a pet is for this for sure. Booty Me Jr., guys, the guy who did, you see my profile picture? If you like my profile picture, this talented man is the person that made it. Such a gifted artist. He's really funny too. Definitely check out his channel. But yeah, there's so many good anime pets. But I think before we even get into it, the definition for pet that we will go with, yeah, man, Booty Me Jr., yo, you're talented, bro. You're a talent. But I think the definition of pet that we're gonna have to go with is probably, this is tough. This is tough because pets to me are like Hamtaro. Hamtaro to me is the ultimate pet in anime. Who wouldn't want a hamster that cared about you to the degree Hamtaro did? Or Akamaru, who is your dog, like you take to go walking and everything else, and even though you don't share the same language, you completely understand each other and they help you fight, like they amplify your fighting. I feel like those are the ultimate anime pets. But at the same time, what really is a pet? Because whoever said Ryuk is a pet, you might be right. You might be right. Light fed him. Like, Light fed him, talked to him, they kept each other company. Ryuk really might be a pet. Summoning jutsu animals can be counted as pets. The Doilum, that's an interesting point. I don't know if summoning jutsu animals are pets. I don't feel like those are pets. Hamtaro, I don't know if summoning jutsu animals are pets. I don't feel like those are pets. Hamtaro's god tier is an overlord. Yo, you kill me, Haitian. I'd say a pet is a non-vocalizing yet sentient, semi-sentient creature of a different species. Haitian. I'd say a pet is a non-vocalizing yet sentient, semi-sentient creature of a different species. Perfect. I think that perfectly articulated it. Definitely. I think if something is a different species yet can completely understand you. You both share the same language. They're both your level of sentience. They're your level of sentience. I don't think it could be considered a pet, but it would be more considered a partner or an ally. I wouldn't call Kakashi's dog a pet because it can think for itself and speak. That's interesting, but I feel like all pets can think for themselves. And they have just a different language, too. They can speak, they just speak differently. Was Iggy a pet? That's a good question. So for those of you who don't know, Iggy is a dog from the JoJo Bizarre Adventure universe. And the rules of stands in JoJo apply as users of stands could be both humans and pets. So I feel like Iggy is still a pet, even though they have a stand and they're intelligent and everything else. In your opinion, most powerful anime character? I can't answer that. There's too many different variables to factor in. I don't feel like I could really say or land on a particular character with complete confidence. Iggy was a pet. I think Iggy was a pet for sure. Iggy was a pet for sure, even though he's no one's pet. That's good. Yeah, I think he's a pet. But you know, at the same time, I feel like there's certain animals that are just assumed to be pets because they are a certain species, even though they're not owned by anyone. And I feel like that's weird. You know, there are dogs that roam the streets, but I feel like those dogs aren't pets. Was Pet Shop a pet? I don't know who Pet Shop is. Is Koro a pet from Akame ga Kill? I'm gonna have to think on that one. Happy from Fairy Tail. I feel like Happy from Fairy Tail was more of a partner. Is the Car Titan a pet? The Doyle. Oh, I hated the Car Titan so much. I feel like the Car Titan is not a it's not a pet. What are your thoughts on the Baku Deku audio going around? Baku Deku audio. Whatever that audio is, I, for one, am glad I have not heard it. I don't know what you're talking about for that audio, and I would like to remain ignorant on it. Hey Travis, what do you think about Rin's demon cat familiar from Blue Exorcist? I don't feel like familiars are pets either. I don't feel like familiars are pets. I feel like familiars are more like instruments rather than like sentient instruments rather than pets. If that makes sense. Bella Dude, what's the topic again? Favorite anime pets. The Doyle and wow. Whoa. Thank you, man. I seriously appreciate that. But yeah, Pokemon are pets, right? You know, we were talking about this earlier, Jonathan. I don't think Pokemon are particularly pets. I think in our definition of pet, they also have to. This is interesting. What is the definition you guys would give for a pet? Because Booty Meat Jr. gave a great definition, but I think we also need to add more to it to make it more specific. Because there's so many things. Like, I feel like an animal companion is different than a pet, and so many animals in anime more fall under that animal companion bracket. I feel like Pikachu more fall under that animal companion bracket. I feel like Pikachu isn't a pet. More fall under that animal companion bracket. I feel like Pikachu isn't a pet. You know, like Ash doesn't play fetch with Pikachu or teaches it to roll over or anything like that. I feel like Pikachu and all the other Pokemon are more battle partners. Some people don't train them. Well, Pokemon can be both. Interesting. You know, I forgot that. Some people do just have Pokemon. You're right, Haitian. Good one. I don't think Pokemon are pets because Meowth is generally as smart as Pikachu, but he can talk. That's true. But I feel like Meowth is such a special case. I feel like Meowth is such a special case. Meowth is a person to me. Like, he's not a pet. He is the third member of Team Rocket. But Pikachu can act on his own and make his own decisions outside of eating and drinking and shelter. That's true. But I feel like all animals can do that, but pet owners just put them in situations where the only options they have are those three options. Does that make sense? I feel that a pet is not defined by what they are. Ooh, interesting. Elaborate on that. Akamaru is a pet for sure. Yes, Akamaru is definitely a pet for sure. For sure. But the line is so thin. I think Akamaru is a pet, but I wouldn't say Meowth or Pikachu are either. But there's certain Pokemon in the world of Pokemon that are pets that the owners just caught just to have. Pokemon actually talk human words in the manga. What? All of them? All of them? Really? I don't believe there are really any anime pets other than Yami's bees. The Doylem? Why do you feel like that? I'm definitely going to look up for your comment. Definitely elaborate on that. Laboon from One Piece the Whale. J Sal, I need to watch One Piece. I don't know Laboon the Whale. I think I've seen a summarization video of the arc of One Piece, and I think Laboon the Whale is a special whale that could talk and had a very special connection with the Straw Hat crew, if I'm not mistaken. Not only some don't get it twisted. The Pokemon manga is dark and awesome, though. I wish the anime was more like that. Wow, we missed out. We really missed out if that's the case. I feel like Pokemon, if it was darker in its portrayal, it would have definitely been considered one of the greatest animes of all time. I feel like because it was so soft and borderline corny, I think that's why it's not in a lot of people's top 10 or top 20 anime. You think the sage frogs are pets? No, definitely not. I feel like those are elders. Those are elders. Like they taught Naruto, about sage mode and everything else, and about that specific type of energy. What about syrup form from Bofuri? I haven't seen Bofuri yet. I'm going to, though. What's the topic for today? Ramen Man. We're talking about favorite anime pets. Which anime is your favorite? Ooh, too many to pick. Like the manga, the characters are more intelligent with real stakes and people. What? Whoa! People died in Pokemon in the manga? I need to read it. That's amazing. That's crazy. Can you do more stand videos because they're really good? Oh, Jonathan Payne. Oh, thank you. I'm definitely going to do it. I'm definitely gonna be releasing more. I'm working on the Notorious B.I.G. stand video because he's such a crazy stand in the anime. He's easily one of the craziest stands to me. I'm working on the King Crimson video, so it's definitely coming. This is a little unrelated, but since we were on the topic of pets, could we see your birds? Oh, my house is kind of messy. Topic of pets, could we see your birds? Oh, my house is kind of messy. So I don't want to walk you guys upstairs to show you them. It's really messy. I'll show you guys next time for sure. Not trying to be weird, but your teeth are so nice. Oh, you're not being weird at all. Thank you so much. Wow, they're going crazy upstairs. The term pet is so skewed in anime. In real life, we don't have animal companions. Yeah, I agree. Would you consider Puar or Oolong from Dragon Ball to be pets? That's a good one. And while making a list, for this live, I was wondering if Puar is a pet. And in my opinion, that's more of an animal companion. Definitely. I feel like in order for an animal to really, they want to be seen. They do want to be seen, but my house does not want to be seen. Pets are defined by relationships with characters. Yes, I agree. Definitely. Have you seen Goblin Slayer? Because the Sword Maiden has an alligator. Is it a pet or a weapon? I've seen Goblin Slayer. I have. Is the alligator a pet or a weapon? I'd probably go with a weapon. In a lot of these animes, so many of these animals are way more either animal companions or just instruments of war. They're not really pets. Like all the summoning animals from Naruto, they're not pets. Do you think Appa from Avatar is a pet? Yes. Appa is definitely a pet for sure. Yes. Is Pito a pet to Meruem? The Doylem. That's a fantastic question. And for those of you who don't know, Pito is. Oh, hey Weave 6992. For those of you who don't know, P2 is from the Hunter x Hunter universe, specifically the Chimera Ant arc. And Meruem is the villain in that arc, and essentially he is the king of. Oh, thank you for following me. I really appreciate it. He is the king of the Chimera Ants, and Pito is one of his pretty much bodyguards, one of the elite Chimera Ants that protect the king. And is she really a pet to Meruem? She is part cat, but I wouldn't consider her really a pet. I definitely consider her more an instrument of. I wouldn't even consider her an instrument because Meruem and Pito are the same species. So I couldn't say that really Pitou is a pet. I definitely think Pitou is more of a bodyguard. Orochimaru was obsessed with immortality. Why didn't he ask Hidan how to pray? That's a good loophole in Naruto. Do you think Koro is a pet? If I don't think so, I think it's just a weapon, even though users are. I'd have to think on that, but I'm leaning more toward Koro being just a pet. Wait, that's so true. Shinmon 53, what did you say? Shinmon 53. Orochimaru, yeah, exactly, yeah. I have the same B-days Orochimaru. Wow. My birthday is not shared by any main character or even real character or side character is not shared by any main character or even real character or side character is not shared by any main character or even real character or side character in anime. I think all of my birthday, every anime character that has my birthday is some character that was only in a couple episodes. In a couple episodes in whatever franchise they're in. Hey, what's going on? Is Asta's demon a pet? No. Just like how the nine-tailed fox in Naruto is not a pet. I wouldn't consider them a pet. What's your B-day? My birthday is July 19th. July 19th. Can you please make a video over 900 episodes? When I get to over 900 episodes, I'll definitely do that, bro. I have the same birthday as Rem and Rant. Wow, you're lucky, Dreams 5. Those are cool characters to share a birthday with. Hey, the hentai man, hello. But yeah, the Zoldyck guard dogs are pets. Yes, definitely. Have you seen Afro Samurai? Yes, I have. I definitely have. I at the time that I watched it, I enjoyed it, especially because if you guys don't know, in anime, there's very little black representation, and Afro Samurai was really the first black-led anime that I personally saw, and it was so well illustrated, and the action was incredible, so it was really a trendsetter. KZ! Hey, guys! KZ's such a great creator. Please go check her out. Oh my god, I'm a big fan of you. I love your content. Thank you for even dropping by. I really appreciate it. Bruh, Ninja is one of my favorite characters ever. He was so funny. Ooh, I don't know that character. I'm sorry. What is your favorite slice of life? That's a good question. Probably real life. But real life is a romance and slice of life hybrid. The Doylem, wow. Thank you. Oh my god. Seriously. I really appreciate it. Oh, I literally live for your reviews. Oh, thank you so much. I definitely have more coming. I just haven't done any recently. What the girls from Monster Musume. I haven't seen Monster. I haven't seen it. And that's a classic. Monster is a classic. I need to see it. Totoro is a pet. Totoro is a pet, for sure. Totoro is a pet. In My Hero Academia, do you believe that Dabi is Endeavor's kid? Ooh, I'd have to think on that. I love your anime confessions. Oh, thank you. Anime confessions, guys, is one of my favorite. I know we're going a little off topic, but anime confessions is one of my favorite things to do because I feel like I love my anime reviews. I love sharing anime with you guys that I really connect with and means something to me. But the anime confessions, I feel like I'm directly talking with you and we're having an actual conversation, kind of like this. That's why I love my anime confessions and lives. I love seeing what you guys think and feel about anime, and it really makes me feel like I'm a part of a community. I love you guys. What is your favorite anime? Oh, Talia. Too many. There's too many to there's too many to pick from. I can't pick. Why don't you want a waifu, Antonio Tyrese? I don't want a waifu because I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be sad. I feel like if I pick a waifu, and if I pick one, I'm definitely just going to get attached emotionally. And I don't want to be attached to a character that just is not real and that I can never actually meet or anything. Talia, thank you for following me. Wow. Appreciate it. You're a great dude. Oh, Aaron the Hunter. I really appreciate that, man. Seriously. Anime confession. I've tried to really Kamehameha use chakra, okay? Yo, booty meat, junior man, same. Same. I still, a part of me, a very big part of me, still believes that kind of energy exists. Like, I definitely feel like I just haven't figured out how to do a Kamehameha yet. Hey, King Max, what's going on? Endeavor's kids are his pets. That's a deep statement. That's a deep statement. The Doylan, the way he treats them, yeah. And I feel like there's certain parents in anime that don't treat their children as children or extensions of themselves. They solely see them as sentient beings that are supposed to be underneath them specifically and have to abide by whatever rules or actions that they tell them to abide by. And that is the definition. I think that's also a good definition of what a pet is. So yeah, I agree with you. Endeavor's kids are his pets. Have you seen Blast of Tempest? No, I haven't. All shonen dads are black. That's terrible. That's terrible. What do you think about the ant arc in Hunter x Hunter? I love it. I think it's one of the best arcs in anime, period. It's really amazing. I think it's really well written. I love the characters. I love the stakes in it. I love the twists and turns that take place. There's transformations that happen in it that are some of my favorite in anime in general. I feel like the character Meruem is one of the best villains, period. I love seeing him even fight. There's just so much about that arc that I absolutely loved. Black Clover is better than Hunter x Hunter. The Chaotic Raven, I completely respect your opinion. The pet and the little girl that got fused into each other, Full Metal. Yeah. As a joke for this live, not even as a joke, but I was wondering if I should put down that. I was wondering if I should put that down. That it's so evil, but I was wondering if I should put that down. The Laughing Salesman is hella underrated. You should check it out. It's 12 episodes. Interesting. The Laughing Salesman. That's what it's called? I would love to check that out. I'm gay for you. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. My brother Tyrese is on here and he loves you. Oh, wow. Tyrese, thank you, man. Thank you. Seriously. You guys do not get it. I really appreciate you guys. As a TikTok creator, all we have in order to see whether or not you guys like our content is really the views and the analytics, and there's just a lot of numbers and stuff. So to really get on live and to hear from you guys directly that you like what I'm doing or it's done something for your day, that means everything. I can't stress that enough. Naruto Sims for Sasuke. I think many people can make an argument for that. Aluka was a pet to the Zoldyck family. Yes. Yeah. Definitely. I feel like if certain people have a certain level of loyalty to others, and there's certain extremes that they go to for others, they do become their pets. They're not allies or companions. They are actually, those people own them. They actually own them. I think ultimately pets are really about ownership. And I think that's why there's that very thin line between a pet and an animal companion. There's that very thin line between a pet and an animal companion, because all of the animals that we've mentioned, that like Pikachu and Meowth and all these other animals, they aren't, because all of the animals that we've mentioned, that like Pikachu and Meowth and all these other animals, they aren't owned. They're not dominated or controlled or subservient to the people, to the human beings that they know. But and I think that's what really makes a pet, that subservience. Well, bye. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry you have to go. Take care. So is Mikasa Aaron's pet? Ooh. No. No. And the reason I say that is because there's something that happens in the manga that proves that she's not Aaron's pet. It's there isn't like this insane blind loyalty that comes to her. I think that the term pet is determined by the relationship between the owner and the animal. Oh, Grundy, absolutely. Absolutely. Do you think Happy from Fairy Tail is a pet? TJ, no. I don't think so. I feel like he's more of an animal companion. To be honest, I think anime pets are really hard to talk about because of the thin line between pet and companion. Bella Dude, yeah, exactly. Same. Same. If possible, could you go live 2 times a week? Do you guys want that? Do you guys want me to go live more? I love your new JoJo series. It got me interested and I'm on part 2 and I love it. J Sal, yes. You know, it's interesting. The whole reason I even started that was because I feel like people don't talk about JoJo enough on the app. I don't see a lot of JoJo content, honestly. And anytime I do a review, like the last 2 reviews that I did for JoJo, in comparison, I felt like the last 2 reviews I did for JoJo didn't sell people on watching it. So I really wanted to do something that would pique people's interest in watching it without spoiling it. And I feel like the series that I'm doing now of dissecting stands is the perfect medium between it. Yeah, going live is cool and you seem like a cool guy. I'd buy you a beer in real life. Yep. Man, I feel the same way about you, bro. Like I would definitely have a drink with you, man. More lives, please. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Oh, wow. I love you guys, man. Thank you. I have to go now, but I love you. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, more lives. Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right. All right, guys. Hey, you know what? I'll go live more. I'll go live more. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll go live tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow at I'll let you guys decide the time. I'll go live tomorrow. You tell me the time. Whatever number I see the most, that's the time that I'll go. Okay? You guys are great. 6 p.m. Okay, interesting. 6 p.m. Eastern, Western. What do you think? 5 p.m. Gotta tell me Eastern, Mountain Time, Central Time. What time? 5 p.m., 5 p.m. Interesting. I'm seeing a lot of 5 p.m.s. 5 p.m. Eastern. Minus 5 p.m. GMT. Ooh, I'm going to have to look up 5 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern. Oh, wow. Okay. It's pretty much unanimous for 5 p.m. All right. All right, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to go live. You know, I'm British, so the time zones are so different. I don't really... I'm Bella, dude. Thank you for stopping by from Britain. Yep, 5 p.m. You got it. Guys, 5 p.m. I'm going to go live. And I'm going to make this live... Wow, time is flying. It's been 40 minutes already. All right, so I'm going to make... Time is flying. It's been 40 minutes already. All right, so I'm going to make this live 2 hours. And I'm going to go live tomorrow, too. What's the topic for tomorrow? That's interesting. And I'm going to go live tomorrow, too. What's the topic for tomorrow? That's interesting. That's interesting. You know, I wanted to do a live. Oh, thank you, Abdiaz. I really appreciate that. Do I think Happy is a... No, I don't. I don't think Happy's a pet. I feel like he's more of an animal companion. You're amazing. Oh, Love World. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. B-Stars is a furry. um, I think the topic for tomorrow, I wanted to do a live where I just tell you guys about some of my favorite anime TikTokers. And I also wanted to do, I have a few ideas for lives, but I have to get prepared for them. Like, there's one live, the topic should be most desired anime plot changes. That's a good one. Gotta write that one down. Topic, most desired anime plot changes. That's fantastic. Most desired anime plot changes. Wow. Guys, do you like that topic? The most desired anime plot changes. Yes, that topic is so good. Yo, Budami Jr., man, that was fantastic. Unruly Ronin, hey, what's going on? Who's the best villain for a topic? Bows. Who's the best villain for a topic? Best villain. I did one on that already. The topic should be about the best arcs in anime. That's a good one too. I like that one. I'm definitely gonna just go live more, and I'm just gonna be doing these. The best arcs in anime. That's good. Best arcs in anime. I'm shocked that no one's ever suggested that on my poll videos. Art in anime. CEO of Anime Confessions. Ah, King Max. Thank you. Thank you. Most valuable piece of an anime. That's interesting. Elaborate on that. Most valuable piece of an anime? Have you done best side characters? No, not. Goofy Wise. Guys. Goofy Wise is such a dope dude. I was on his live yesterday. This guy kills me. He makes great content on here. He's a great weeb, great content creator. He's a black advocate as well. Definitely follow him on TikTok. If you know me and you don't know him, definitely follow him here. And definitely check out his Twitch. Like, please. Chill, bro. Don't hype me. Bro, yo. Hey, man. You deserve it. That's just what you deserve. Who's your favorite JoJo so far? Mine is Joseph so far. J-Sal, that's interesting. My favorite JoJo, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to think on that one. Because my favorite stand is Golden Experience, but I don't care for Golden Experience's user. Giorno Giovanna, I feel like he's okay. But there's a lot of characters I do like, so I'm gonna have to really think on that. The worst fillers in an anime. I don't watch a lot of fillers, but I'm going to have to we might have to do that one because I'm interested in what you guys have to say about that. LMAO, appreciate you, fan man. Hope to see you on top, my guy. Oh, thank you, bro. What are we talking about? Oh, well, we were talking about favorite anime pets, and also what makes a pet in general, because there's a lot of anime pets or anime animals that it's hard to differentiate between whether or not they're an animal companion or they're a pet. And we actually started talking about humans too, and it's hard to differentiate between whether or not in anime that are pets to other humans. I mean, there's even a plot in there's even a system in Kakegurui where, and if you guys don't know, Kakegurui is a gambling anime, and it centers around a gambling high school where the entire hierarchy in the high school is dependent on whether or not you're a good gambler. So it centers around a girl named Kakegurui, and she is just obsessed with gambling, and it follows her journey in this school and how she goes through this school and how she gambles and how she gets out of situations. It's very interesting. But in that school, the whole reason I even brought it up is because if you lose in gambling, you have to become another student's pet. So in anime, you can become a pet even if you're a human being. So it makes it very interesting about what a pet even is. For an anime, for me, it could be music, the villain. The more I hear about it, the more I want to watch it. It's interesting, Goofy man. It's interesting, but and it's funny. I hate fan service, and there's fan service in this. There's just wild scenes in this, but the kind of mental and psychological games that are played in this anime make it so interesting. I just ignore it. It's a good anime to me. Bye. Thanks for saying Tyrese's name. Oh, of course, Talia. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Have a good day. I forgot the time again. Got on just by chance. I'm really rolling. It's no problem. It's no problem at all. Thanks for even being here. Have you watched Love is War? No, I haven't. What was your reaction to chapter 119 on Attack on Titan? No spoiler. It is impossible to talk about that chapter and not spoil it. Wow. Wow. There's if it's the chapter I think you're talking about, wow. He is your spirit animal. Who is your spirit animal? The Dolan, that ending, yeah. Yeah. No spoilers. But man. Chopper is not a pet companion. Interesting. Do you consider Chopper a pet? And if you guys don't know, Chopper is Tony Chopper from the One Piece world. Y'all reading AOT manga? Hello, bro. I want to wait till anime. I know it's gonna be like, yeah, it is, man. But there's so much craziness happening in the manga. I recommend the manga. I'm not even the biggest manga reader, but the manga's nuts. Your stand is Travis Experience. Oh man, you know what I want? I want to see. I would love to see like what a stand from me would look like. Because if I could even choose a stand, since I have two birds, by the way, they're both parakeets, one blue, one yellow. If I even had a stand, my stand would be two birds, and they both have like different powers, and they balance each other out. It was really irritating to me that there was some uncalled for hate comment at the end of last week's live. Oh man, I didn't even see it. I'm so glad I didn't see it. Unfortunately, I can't control everyone that comes on my lives, or I can't control how everyone feels. I'm just glad that you guys are here. You guys that are here that do support me, you guys are here. You guys are here. You guys that are here that do support me, you guys are here. You guys are here. You guys that are here that do support me, you guys are here. I really appreciate you. A stand for me would be a bird that can double. That'd be cool. Antonio, that would be so cool. When the time I got reincarnated, the Slime Season 2 coming back. I can't wait for that, and I forgot the date for it. I like your videos. Oh, thank you. Do you think every Pokemon from Pokemon is a pet? Yagi, we were talking about that earlier. My feeling on that is no. I feel like calling Pokemon pets would be like calling animals in a zoo pets to zookeepers. I feel like it's just different. Is there a reason behind it? Dreams 5. Oh, what did you say, Dreams 5? I'm sorry, I missed it. Bro, what was the chapter from AOT that was crazy? A lot of them, but the one that was brought up was chapter 119. Best creator on this app, no cap. Oh, Grundy, man. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. There's so many good creators on here. That means so much to me. Are you caught up on One Piece? Oscard, not even remotely, if I'm being very honest with you. I need to watch so much. I think I've only seen maybe 5-6 episodes, maybe. Well, at least some Pokemon can be called pets. Unreal Ronin, yeah, we talked about that too. Some can, I think, because some are just caught to be caught. So I can't just do a blanket statement. You're right. Wasn't there a fire pet in Fire Force? I'm not remembering at the moment. Maybe. I'm not sure. But a heart if Travis made quarantine a million times better. Ah, Antonio, man. Thank you. He was asking about deeper meanings behind AOT's story. Like maybe that can be applied to real life. Oh, there's many. There's actually I was wondering if I should make a video about it, but there's actually a huge issue with what attack the kind of symbolism in Attack on Titan, because apparently it is supposed to also be symbolism for Nazis, apparently. Like the I don't want to spoil anything, but if you have watched if you have read the manga, or I think the anime is up to that point, up to date, you can understand that there are certain Nazi elements in it. So yes, there are certain things that could definitely be taken over to the real world. I think Fire Force is better than Demon Slayer. Oh, okay. Hey, Hujo, that's definitely an interesting take. I would love to know. I would love to know your feelings behind that. Who's creepier, Hisoka or creator of Boku no Pico? I think they would be best friends. I think the creator of Boku no Pico, because Hisoka's after one child, and Boku no Pico, the creator, decided to raise money to make something that awful and romanticize that kind of behavior. So I think he's worse. LMFAO, that question was so unexpected. Yeah. The creator of Boku no Pico made Full Metal Alchemist. You know, that is a misconception. The creator of Boku no Pico was the director of a filler episode for Full Metal Alchemist, but he wasn't the creator. Hisoka or Orochimaru? I like Orochimaru. Excuse me. Did we talk about Hawk's mom from Seven Deadly Sins? Oh wow. Excuse me. Did we talk about Hawk's mom from Seven Deadly Sins? Oh wow. Mom from Seven Deadly Sins. Oh wow. We didn't even talk about Hawk's mom. I don't know if I'd consider Hawk a pet, but Hawk's mom is definitely not a pet. Hawk's mom is a car. Hawk's mom is a car. Do you have a Twitter, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm barely on there, but it's Trav the Sib. Travis the sibling was too long for some reason, and I can't change it, so it's Trav the Sib. Is Nero from Black Clover a pet? Ooh, I'd have to think on that one. I'm confused at Hawk's mom. Is Hawk's mom even really his mom? That's a good question. I don't know if that question has been answered in the anime yet. How did they both get out of purgatory? Oh, if you're talking about Full Metal, are you talking about Full Metal? Meat Junior, and I don't know if Hawk's mom is really his mom. I'm not quite sure. I don't know, because if that is Hawk's mom, there's so many questions. There's too many questions if that's Hawk's mom. Who's the father? Why is another question. Just why in general is a whole nother question. What's the reason behind your name? Oh, that's a good question, Dreams5. I'm talking about Seven Deadly Sins. I guess if you haven't read the manga, you would know. Yeah, man. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. Sorry for spoilers. I haven't read it yet. No problem. So the reason why my name is Travis the Sibling is because my YouTube account. So I have a YouTube account called We Are Sibs, and in the beginning of it, I was doing it with my little brother, and my younger brother, we wanted to do a sibling YouTube channel, and essentially we were going to be called during that time, my brother is trans. So we didn't want to do something that had a gender attached to it to just respect him. So what we did was we made a sibling channel called We Are Sibs, short for sibling. And when we made it, we did that channel for Abdiaz. Hey, take care. So when we did that channel, we did it for about 5 years. It's still my YouTube channel, and I still post these lives on that YouTube channel. But we were doing it for a long time, and during that time, we were deciding that we wanted to also have our own channels. So initially, so your brother is now your brother or has always been your brother? My brother has always been my brother, and I just didn't know. That's how I see it. That's dope that you're accepting respect from him. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, he's my little brother is my hero. Honestly. Travis' phone is low. So I'm so sorry, but I'll come back. Don't forget me, Antonio. I'm not gonna forget you. Um, Thank you. And my brother's my hero. We, uh, I'm Caribbean. And I come from a Caribbean household, and my parents are fundamentalist Christian. So, the fact my brother came out was so brave, like just so brave. And when my brother's my best friend, I love him more than anybody. And when he came out, he pretty much changed all of us and made all of us more accepting. And there was no way when he came out we could ever be anything negative toward him. Like, my brother is amazing. So when he came out, and there was no way when he came out we could ever be anything negative toward him. Like, my brother is amazing. So when he came out, he really changed all of us and changed our belief in whatever the Bible was saying at that time. Like, it was just a complete change, and I love him so much. So one thing is that I love, and the whole reason why we even were starting a YouTube channel was because I'm cisgendered heterosexual, my brother's trans, and we wanted to make a channel where you could see that there are Black people who do have this background of being Christian and whatever, and they are interacting with someone who's trans, and it's perfectly fine. Like, here's somebody that you can love. There's no need for discrimination or hatred. It would break down the ignorance through us just having these kinds of conversations. So that was the whole reason why. Me Too Shogun! Hey, man. Yo, Me Too Shogun. Guys, one of my biggest inspirations on this channel. This dude is inspiration not only on, but off. One of the nicest dudes, period. I genuinely love this dude, man. Please, if you're following me and you don't know this guy, he will crack you up with his anime skits. Definitely follow him. One of my favorite anime skits was he did one about the Promised Neverland. He did it recently. Definitely check it out. But yeah, when it comes to, sorry, I got off topic for a second. When it comes to my brother, when my brother came out about being trans, yo, I love you, man. You already know. When my brother came out about being trans, he just changed all of us. I used to be really homophobic, typical Black. Yeah, exactly. It's just a typical thing that is rooted in the Black community. And when my brother came out, he completely broke that down in all of us, especially me. I just entirely. And I love him so much for it. I think I'm a much better human being because he had the bravery to come out and show me how wrong I was. And so we have a great rapport, and I think we have funny conversations. We both think we have funny conversations. So initially, the whole reason why we even started the channel to begin with was because we wanted to show that there are, specifically, we wanted everyone to watch it, but we wanted to show Black people that this is possible. You could be straight, and you could be this close with someone who is trans. If you're a brother, you have a sibling, a cousin, niece, whatever. you don't have to have any sort of discrimination or hatred or anything. Like, none of that. You don't need that. And so we made the channel to really be like an example of, hey, like, here's someone trans that you will love just through us naturally vibing. So like, even if you go on my YouTube channel now, it's We Are Sibs. If you scroll all the way down, because I put all my lives up there now, you'll just see like our conversations about Chris Brown, or is Mario better than Sonic, or just random conversations. And so we made it really for that reason. So initially, after we made that channel and we were doing all this content, we gained a very small following of, I think, about 200 people. And we kind of saw that some people wanted to know each of us on an individual level. So we were deciding to make names for ourselves, separate names for ourselves. So that's the reason why my name is Travis the Sibling. My YouTube name was We Are Sibs, short for We Are Siblings. And Z was supposed to, my brother's name is Kez, but I nicknamed him Z. So Kez was supposed to make a channel where he is Kez the Sibling. My brother's name is Kez, but I nicknamed him Z. So Kez was supposed to make a channel where he is Kez the Sibling, and I'm supposed to, so Kez was supposed to make a channel where he is Kez the Sibling, and I made my channel Travis the Sibling. And that's the reason why I have my name. I remember you guys went to the supermarket and laughed at offering cereal. Dreams 5, you saw that video. Yeah, that was one of my favorite videos. But yeah, I'm sorry for that very long description. Thank you for sticking around through that. I never realized that was the name. I thought I was... No, this is technically your origin story, right? Technically, yeah. Yeah, not even technically. That's the origin story. That's why my name is Travis the Sibling. My brother's the reason why I even started TikTok altogether. Hey, I just joined. What are you talking about? Oh, so the topic of the live is favorite anime pets, and we got a little sidetracked because I was describing the origin of my name and how it correlates to my YouTube channel and why my YouTube channel is named that. Me Too Shogun and Travis should do a skit. Me Too Shogun's hilarious. I'm not funny in the way he's funny. Damn, we forgot about the topic. Bella, dude, we totally forgot about the topic. About the topic. But yeah, Me Too Shogun's hilarious in a way that I'm just not funny like him. I can't do anime skits. I just can't. I can't craft jokes like that. Damn, your username has the most meaning out of anyone. Oh, thank you, Hujo. Yeah, there was a whole backstory. Okay, thanks for the explanation. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. You know, it was long. What was the topic? The topic was favorite anime pets. Okay, anime pets. The Itachi skit that Mitsu Shogun was so funny. It was hilarious. Mitsu Shogun, I'm so glad you're still here, man. That Itachi skit you did was hilarious. The skit you did with The Promised Neverland, I died laughing. Have you ever tried to make an anime skit? Nah, I just can't. I've thought about it. Like, I just can't. I think I've mentally tried to make one. Oh yeah, the Itachi one sent me to... Man, the Itachi one killed me. That killed me. Where he's waiting outside the window. Exactly. And there's just random Uchiha just like reading books, just being random, just living life. It was great, man. Yo, Mitsu Shogun, bro, you're amazing. Do you have anime merch? I do not have anime merch, but I'm an affiliate with something called Kisame Global. If you actually go to my Instagram, you could get a link to their website, and they do great anime merch. I actually got I actually got something from them. I'm still waiting for it. And they have some amazing anime merch. If you guys want to check that out, definitely just after this, or even now, you could just go to my Instagram, check them out. It's great. The one about Mirio being shot was top tier. Yes, unruly. Yeah, that was another Me Too Shogun classic. Like, that was great. What is the saddest anime movie you've ever seen? Saddest. I haven't seen that many sad anime movies. I've seen sad anime though. Sad anime show. Hey, the hentai man. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. But yeah, guys, we went way off topic. Favorite anime, favorite anime pets. Are we gonna go back to the topic? Yes. Favorite anime pets. Okay. I love favorite anime pets. Are we gonna go back to the topic? Yes. Favorite anime pets. Okay. I love Hamtaro. I love Appa. I think that I want to do a skit about how no fire jutsu has ever worked or hit besides moderate killing fodder. Dude, do it. Do it, bro. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Favorite anime of all time. There's too many. There's too many. I can't pick. I can't pick. Yeah, I cannot pick. But first, we're not talking about Alexander from Full Metal. Interest. Why do you say that? Someone comments something about anime pets, otherwise we're gonna forget the time. Bella dude, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. I feel like there's a lot of great anime pets, like real anime pets in there. And I think anime pets are really overlooked for the most part. I feel like they're not focused on at all. Like people don't really fangirl over anime pets or like certain anime pets. Can Sanji be considered a pet? He's king simp. I don't think being a simp means you're a pet, Meat Junior. I don't think that that's how that goes. Alexander got alchemy together with his master. Oh, Alexander was the name of the dog in Full Metal. Oh man. It could be a good question to ask after the fusion was I beg to differ. Are simps pets? Are simps pets? I don't agree. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. Sir Night Eye. Sir Night Eye is not a pet. Sir Night Eye is a fan. If they're loyal enough. If they are loyal enough, definitely. Todoroki. Interesting. Okay, no one bring up the dog from FMA. I will cry. Yeah, I feel like the dog after it became a chimera, is that still a pet? Since they're actually tools, not really pets. Unruly Ronin. That's a good one. That girl, that girl from Full Metal Alchemist that got fused with a dog, is she? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know if she's really a pet. I don't know if that version is a pet. I think at that point, she probably was a tool. The dog from JoJo. Iggy. Yeah, Jonathan, we were talking about Iggy earlier. I do believe Iggy is a pet. I do believe Iggy is a pet. Kurama from Naruto. No. And we also talked about him earlier too. I feel like in a weird way, Kurama's definitely more of an animal companion. And before becoming an animal companion, Kurama was a hostage. And Naruto's body was the cell. There was no pet dynamic there. Shino's bugs. King Max, that's a fantastic point. Are Shino's bugs pets? And even while doing, I don't know. And have you not seen those videos of girls walking Sims around? What? Their videos of what? Their videos of women walking Sims around on leashes? They do live inside them, yeah. Shino is this around on leashes? They do live inside them, yeah. Shino is the quiet kid in class that plays a yeah. Yeah. Shino, I don't know if I feel like Shino's bugs are also animal companions because I feel like he communicates with them and they do what he says, but they're on the same level as him. It's not like the bugs are really subservient to him. They're not. It's more of like he has such a respect for nature and insects, and they respect him, so they do it. It's kind of like with Aquaman, like when Aquaman talks to dolphins or something, they just go with it because they respect Aquaman. Like they can hear him say a suggestion and they're like, okay, I'll go with that. One of my friends has an arrangement with an executive who pays her to shame him and belittle him. Wow, that is, I've heard of that. That dynamic's always been interesting to me. Yeah, but if you count Shino's bugs are pets, then Akamaru's a pet. Aquaman has entered the chat. um, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I feel, I think you're right. I think you're right. But I feel like the bugs don't even have names, but Akamaru does. And even though Shino's bugs are on the same level, there's multitudes of them, and they're more of these allies that rally around him when he needs them rather than an Akamaru level of a pet where you're taking them out for a walk, you have them in your hoodie, and you're petting them or whatever, and you're feeding them. I don't feel like Shino has that kind of relationship with them. Can I get a shout out for Hank, for Hawk from Seven Deadly Sins? Yes, we definitely. What is happening? Wow, sorry. Who is the smartest person in all of anime? That's a great question, and that's hard. That's definitely hard. There's so many brilliant people in anime. I'd have to really think about that. Have to leave. Oh, anime mistake. Thanks for being here as long as you have been. This is going to be, I think, one of the longest lives I've ever done. So for anyone that's here, thank you. What's this live about? It's about favorite anime pets, and we've been going off topic a lot of the time. In JoJo, can it be that Ikki is his own stand's pet? No, because a stand is a physical manifestation of your own psyche, essentially. It's the physical energy manifestation of your own psyche. So they reflect you, really. So that's why stands don't really have personalities per se. Like Star Platinum doesn't talk. There's a lot of stands that just don't talk. Because they're just really like your left arm or your right arm. They're just these limbs for these characters. Caesar. Stands are like personas. Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like stands are a little more complicated than personas. Golden Requiem could talk. Sorry for that. Golden Requiem is. Hold on, guys. Hold on for a second. Hey, Golden Requiem is. Golden Requiem is definitely an interesting. Yeah, Golden Requiem is definitely Jonah could talk through. Yeah, true. Golden Requiem is an interesting topic because Golden Requiem is just something else. Golden Requiem is just more than a stand. Like, it, and I'm going to do a video on that, and it's going to be a longer video than my usual JoJo videos because what Golden Requiem turns into is something that even Giorno is not really aware of. I think it transcended just being, in my interpretation of the anime, it transcended being just a physical manifestation of Giorno's psyche, and it took that piece of Giorno that is an extension of him and evolved just that piece of him specifically. So that evolution transformed it into something way more than Giorno could really comprehend. Does that make sense, guys? Would Itachi's crows count as pets? No, definitely not. I wouldn't consider them pets. But by that logic, King Crimson is a person. Ooh, Unruly Ronin. Interesting. That's interesting. Because the user of King Crimson had a multiple personality issue, I think that it's I think that because of that specifically, you could argue that King Crimson is a person. I think you could. I feel like that personality with that power and fragmented from its users, which is Diablo, with Diablo's psyche. I feel like they're definitely just essentially like two different people. Would it be touching yourself if you're standing? Oh my god, I am not answering that. I'm not answering that. I don't want my platform yanked from me. I am not answering that. Heroes is Zero's two's pet. Was same Hada a pet? Ooh. The Doylem, that's interesting. I'd have to think on that. I'm not sure. 7, I'm sorry, what? No, Unruly Ronin. We're leaving it alone. We're leaving all of that alone. And had to ask. Oh man, that bird girl in Black Clover. I don't know if I'm. Ooh, sorry. Hold on. The birds in the background. Yeah, I have two birds. I have two parakeets. One is blue and the other is yellow. I gotta go, bro, but it was funnier. Hey, Dreams5, thank you for being here for this long. Is Cone considered a pet? Definitely have to think on that one. I am not sure. Is Nero from Black Clover? Bye bye. Hey, Bronchitis. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Oh, Dreams and Nero from Black Clover. Bye bye. Hey, Bronchitis. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Oh, Dreams and Nero from Black Clover. Bye bye. Hey, Bronchitis. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Have a nice day. Oh, Dreams5. You too. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Kite's Nen ability. Ooh. I don't know if Nen abilities are similar to Nen ability. Ooh. I don't know if Nen abilities are similar to me as stands. Bye everyone. Bye Travis. Be there next live. Hey Antonio, thank you for stopping by. Really means a lot. Killua. Oh, what about Killua? The cat from Blue Exorcist. I'd say I'd have to think on that. I don't think so though. I don't think so. R.I.P. Kite, right? That's a spoiler. That's a spoiler. I should not have read that. Gon is Killua's pet. Hujo, no. Gon isn't Killua's pet. Definitely not. I wouldn't say that. Would the cat from part 4 JoJo be a pet? That's interesting. That's an interesting one. That definitely. I don't know. I don't know. Does any talking object from an inability count as a pet? Yeah, I don't feel like abilities count as pets per se. That's why I don't consider Nen abilities to be pets. Man, I love everything about the Wizard King. Yeah, the Wizard King's amazing. I really like the Wizard King. The butlers in the Zoldyck family, they're definitely pets. Yeah, I'd say the butlers are pets. I feel like if you have a certain level of loyalty, as I said earlier, I think you could be considered a pet. And the kind of loyalty that the butlers have, it's in the pet territory. Or Stan's pets. No, I don't consider Stan's pets. Is Marks a pet to the Wizard King? I'd have to think on that. That's an interesting question. Luna and Artemis from Sailor Moon. I do not consider them pets. I don't, because they're familiars, and familiars to me could not be pets. It definitely could not be pets. It's the kind of man. Julius, no. Definitely. He's such a lover of knowledge. I love characters like that. He's a lover of knowledge, and he is dangerous. I personally don't consider him a pet, but Chopper from One Piece. Yeah, I don't consider him a pet either. I don't consider Chopper a pet either. What would I... Misu Shogun, hey man. What would I give to have the last name Nova Chroma? Nova Chroma. You know, it's funny. I'm going to change the topic for just a second, but I feel like interesting last names have a weird effect on the people that have them. Like my last name is St. Louis, and it's spelled St.Louis. And my entire life, I have heard one of two things. Hey, are you from St. Louis, Missouri? Which is no. Are you a St. Louis Rams fan? Which is also a no. So I feel like when you have like an interesting last name, or just an interesting name in general, I think it creates this weird kind of relationship with your identity. My bad. No, it's fine. I think it creates this weird relationship with your identity, if that makes sense. Have you talked about the cat from Madoka Magica yet? No, I haven't seen Madoka Magica yet. Are Shinigami from Death Note pets? Technically, I'd consider Ryuk. Are Shinigami from Death Note pets? Technically, I'd consider Ryuk. Are Shinigami from Death Note pets? Technically, I'd consider Ryuk. I would consider Ryuk. I would consider Ryuk Light's pet. But Ryuk is kind of like the cat. Ryuk is the pet equivalent of a cat, where you own a cat, but you don't really own a cat. You feed the cat, and the cat will be amused by being near you, but you don't you don't actually own this cat. This cat will leave your house whenever it wants to. This cat will do whatever. I gotta go, sorry. Oh, no problem. Jonathan, hey, thank you for stopping by. Ryuk is a cat that could finish Light whenever he wants. Exactly. He definitely can. You know, he's just amused by Light for the moment. Love your streams. Oh, Jonathan, hey, thank you so much. Seriously. What anime do you recommend that's like ReZero? ReZero's a very interesting, unique anime. I think a close alternative, at least the closest I could think of at this moment, with a similar power structure, would have to be Erased, which is one of my favorite anime ever. So Erased is like Zero, but it's more grounded, um, and I think it's more profound. Have I seen Future Diary? Yes, Hujo. Yes, I actually did a review of Future Diary. I think it's great. I think it's really messed up, but it's great. Drippy Viper. Hey, is Tucker's daughter a pet from Fullmetal Alchemist? That's a good question. I don't. I don't know. That's a good question. Did you go to the gym yet? No. No. I have to work. I've been working out at home. Hi, what's up? Hey, Jail. Are the shifters pets to the Marleyan government? Ooh, that's a good question. I cannot answer that because that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler for Attack on Titan. That's not a pet. That's an opponent. Hujo, yes, I have. I've definitely seen Future Diary, and definitely, I do like it. What's your isekai anime? I think a good isekai anime is World Trigger. World Trigger is really interesting. I think the entire structure of a gate, which the entire structure of the defense force, and the power system in that anime is very interesting. The twist at the end of the first episode immediately hooks you, and you want an answer to this mystery. I think it's really well written. I like it a lot. Have you seen Darwin's Game yet? I've seen 2 episodes. I haven't done a review of it yet because I'm not the biggest fan of fan service, and I'm just watching it to see if there is fan service. So far, I love the mystery in it. I really like what it is. I like how intelligent the combat is. I love the dialogue. I like the world. The world is very layered and interesting. I really don't find the dialogue at all corny in any way, and it's very grounded and realistic. Where I am in it, I feel like this is something that could easily actually exist. There's obviously certain things to it that are way over the top and crazy, but with Darwin's Game and the kind of app that Darwin's Game is, I could imagine that there is just an entire underworld that is run in that kind of way. Unpopular opinion, too much fan service kind of ruins anime. For sure. For sure. I personally don't like any. To me, I think that, especially in anime that have great plots, like Glepnir has a very interesting plot, and it's a very interesting anime with a good mystery, but the fan service is such an unnecessary element to it. It's still a good anime, but the fan service in it just doesn't need to be there. Was Eren his father's pet? Eren was his father's experiment. Actually, I'd more say that I can't say that because of spoilers, but where I am in the manga, I'd say more that, if anything, Eren controlled his father. Eren definitely, that's my input on that. Have you heard of the anime Steins Gate? Yes, I need to watch it. There's such a long list of anime that I need to watch. And that's on the top of the list. I've heard that Steins Gate is one of just the best anime ever. Anytime you see anyone's list, Steins Gate is in the top 10, without a doubt. What should I watch first out of Akira, Bebop, and Initial D? It depends what you're in the mood for. Akira is a classic movie, but it's very deeply symbolic, messed up too. If you want like a cool, interesting adventure / action anime, Bebop is definitely where you should start. Definitely. Do you have a favorite anime? No, there's too many. There's too many. And in order for me to determine an anime to be my favorite, it would have to be the best in character development plot, music, animation, action. There's so many different areas for it to be the best in. It would be unfair to say that any anime has the best in all of those categories over every anime I've ever seen. Samurai Champloo is a good start too. Yeah, Samurai Champloo is very interesting. I have a question. Do you stream on Twitch? Oh, so guys, so we're gonna sidetrack from the topic for a moment. So I can tell you guys this: I am making a Twitch account. I'm trying to do the setup and everything, and it will just be anime. It'll be essentially what I'm doing here, but I think I'm going to go live on Twitch way more and way longer. So I'll still do streams on TikTok, but I'll just be on Twitch for lives way more. And what I'm planning to do, and I'm going to make a video about it, is I want my first Twitch live stream to last 24 hours. 24 hours, and in the 24-hour period, I want to cover at least 1,000 questions. So I'm going to make a video where I'm essentially going to ask you guys to give me 1,000 questions. You know, Junior, you'll regret it. I feel like it would be such a good challenge. It'd be such a good challenge. It'd be interesting. I don't even think I'll get 1,000 questions. Start at 8. I don't even think I'll get 1,000 questions, but I feel like it would be an interesting thing to try, to just get, to see how many questions I do get, to see how many people would be interested in me wanting to do a Twitch live stream. What do you think of that idea? People would be interested in me wanting to do a Twitch live stream. What do you think of that idea? People would be interested in me wanting to do a Twitch live stream. What do you think of that idea for doing a 24-hour Twitch live stream? Tried it, been there. It sounds good till hour 5 and there's 12 people. You know, I hear you. I definitely hear you. I think from streaming on TikTok, I think one thing that I've learned is, especially with lives, to just not look at the number to the best of your ability. If you get a number that's larger than you ever had, that's great and cool, but looking at the number it could easily demoralize you if that's something that you don't normally get. And it's hard to make sense and be entertained for 24 unless you just went about your day to day. You know, it's interesting. I feel like what you can do and keep that energy. Hello, hey. Yeah, I've got millions of questions. I have no weeb friends at all. Oh, Bella Dude, I would love all your questions. When I make this, ask any question. Definitely. But yeah, guys, I want to ask that question to you. Would you be interested in that? If I did my first Twitch live stream for 24 hours, would you guys want to contribute a question? Would you want to see that? Big facts. If you do Twitch, I'll sub to you. Oh, Hujo, man. That would be amazing. Sure. Thanks, Tonga. Big facts. Oh, thank you. I would totally be hyped for that. Nice. Yes. Great. Full support from me. Oh, thank you. The FBI's L's pet. The FBI's L's toy. I don't think it's his pet. Yes, bro. Oh, thank you. Do you read webtoons? I've only read 2. I've read a little of Tower of God, and I've read a lot of God of High School, and both of those are getting anime adaptations. Actually, Tower of God already got an anime adaptation, and God of High School is going to get one. So I'm really excited for that. The Uchiha is Danzo's pet. Oh, that's interesting. Sir Butlet? Oh, hey man, what's going on? I'll sub for sure. I'll go for. Oh, thanks. I think I'll try it. I think I'll try it. We'll see. What do you think of Iggy? Oh, Iggy's definitely a pet to me. He's definitely a very feisty pet. Gurren Lagann versus every Super Senshi. I'd have to think about that. I'll watch at least 1 hour of your stream. Drippy Viper, I respect that level of honesty. Have you seen Mike Oxmall? No. No, I haven't. I don't know what is Mike Oxmall? It is Don't Do It. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dragon in a dungeon? Power is Saitama's pet. No. No, not at all. Oh no, what did Ahama... Have you seen Mike Oxmall? What is Mike Oxmall? Elma Mike Oxmall. Do you guys know what Mike Oxmall is? I feel like I'm missing something. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. I feel like I did. I still haven't caught on. I still haven't caught on to whatever Mike Oxmall is. Mike... Oh my god. You got me. You got me. That's like the original one. Yeah, I'm usually ready for those, but they blew the dust off that one. That's a vintage one for sure. Wow. I was trying to think, like, have I seen a commercial for it? Is that a new anime? That's an interesting name for an anime. They went with Mike? Wow. Interesting. Oh my god. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Yes, Trebek, what? You're the most wholesome guy I've seen on TikTok. You're really inspiration. Oh man. Sir Butt, man, thank you. I really appreciate it. You guys make this fun, really. Wait, what happened? Oh, I fell for yes to your no. You did. I fell for the oldest thing ever. And unfortunately, this is going to be on YouTube now. I can't even edit it out. It's so deep in the live. I'm just putting that on. Pirate King! Hey guys, an underrated TikToker, man. Pirate King, please check this man out. Follow him. He is such a good anime creator. I adore this guy. Is Saitama's punch stronger than Captain America's shield? Yeah, definitely. Who's your favorite JoJo? I love the Golden Experience, especially because of Golden Requiem. I love it. Yes, I'll be watching the replay on YouTube. I usually don't watch my replays, but I might have to watch the replay for this one. But yeah, my favorite JoJo stand is the Golden Experience. My favorite just JoJo character, I'm a little undecided on. There's a few characters that I really like. I just like their personality, and I'd have to think harder on that one. But by far, my favorite JoJo stand is the Golden Experience. I think that's the coolest stand. Their transformation into the Golden Requiem is an incredible, interesting stand. One of the most overpowered things ever. Recommend a slice of life anime for me to binge. I am not the most well-versed in slice of life anime. I think I've only seen maybe two that I'd recommend, because usually when I even start a slice of life anime, it's too slow paced for me to actually get into. I'm more of an action, thriller, mystery kind of anime watcher. But one of my favorite slice of lives, at least hybrid animes that's a slice of life and a romance, is Real Life, because Real Life has such an interesting plot. And it has that slice of life feel because of the pacing and because of how wholesome it is. It's a very interesting anime. And if you guys don't know what Real Life is about, Real Life essentially follows this man who's in his late 20s, and he has a lot of regrets about his life and about where his life has gone. So after he has completely been rejected from another job, he gets a call from his parents that tell him that he essentially is no longer going to get financial support from them for his apartment. So he's devastated and going to get financial support from them for his apartment. So he's devastated and essentially he runs into someone on the streets, and they say that they work for a company, and this company has taken great interest in him. And he runs into someone on the streets, and they say that they work for a company, and this company has taken great interest in him, and they want him to be a part of an experiment. But the only catch is he cannot know what this experiment is. He just has to say yes or no. And the anime is about his answer, what comes from that answer, and that entire journey. And I feel like it's amazing. It's such an interesting anime to me. You should watch. You know what? Is this going to be a running trend on live? It is, huh? It is. No, I'm no longer reading certain comments. Main characters assume. Do you think reincarnated as a slime? And also, what do you think of reincarnated as a slime? You're the one that showed me Glebnir. Oh wow. What do you think reincarnated as a slime? I loved it. I loved reincarnated as a slime. It's a slower paced anime for sure that I considered even slice of life as well, just because of its pacing. And it's also very wholesome And it's also very wholesome. There is action in it, but I wouldn't consider it an action anime. It's not an anime that's really about the action, in my opinion. But I loved it. I really loved it, and I was shocked that I loved it. I thought it was very interesting. There was an intriguing plot to it. The whole concept of the slime and the slime's powers was very interesting, and seeing the slime use their power in order to build this kind of world that they were striving to build was also a very engaging thing to watch. Darling, you haven't watched it yet, have you? Unruly Ronin, I have not. You're correct. You're correct. Is Finral Yamas a pet? I don't know who Finral Yamas is. Finral Yamas. I don't know who Finral Yamas is. I'm sorry, the Doylem. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. What do you think of Boruto the anime? Boruto, I could do a whole live on Boruto just alone. I was a huge anime fan. I was somebody who I used to believe Naruto running was the most efficient style of running for way too long. And when it came to Boruto, I was excited. I was actually very excited for Boruto. And the reason I was excited was because I wanted to see Naruto be the Hokage. I wanted to see Sasuke grown up, and all of these other characters grown up, Hinata, and just to see their children was an interesting concept to me. So I was really fascinated with what they were going to do with that anime. And since Naruto had such a huge impact on molding me as a child, I mean, one of the most impactful anime characters to me is Rock Lee. I had a lot of expectations for Boruto, and it met none of them. And that was it was such a letdown. They took legendary characters and they put them in an anime that made them boring to watch, in my opinion. And I understand that even though Boruto has a very slow start, a lot of people who have been there for the entire journey really enjoy Boruto where it is now, with the action and Boruto going back in time and all of these different things. I understand that. But to me, it was a big time and all of these different things. I understand that. But to me, it was a big time and all of these different things. I understand that. But to me, it was a big time and all of these different things. I understand that. But to me, it was a big letdown. Do you think Medik's big? To me, it was a big letdown. Do you think Medik's big? At least you said big, okay? We're friends now. I appreciate you for that one, okay? I appreciate you for that one. You know, a part of me, I read Yu Yu Hakusho, and I was like, oh, this is safe. This is a safe comment. I could trust you. That was not the case. oh man. But yeah, with Boruto, it was a huge letdown. I felt like Boruto, even as a character himself, was just not that great. He was almost impossible to like or to root for because of his personality, even though his personality, because of his situation, makes sense. Because he was so unlikable as a character, it just made it all the more hard to get into it. All the more hard to get into it. And yeah, I really expected a lot from Boruto. I was hoping that they would have the same writers. I was hoping this would be another classic anime, even though it's unfair to put that on Boruto. Those were the expectations I had. But it fell short in all of those aspects, in my opinion. I watched 12 episodes, and I couldn't watch any more. So that's where I land on that. What we're talking about. How Boruto was a letdown, unfortunately. Boruto really, really hurt me. You know, it kind of was like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Rugrats was a great cartoon when I was a kid. Rugrats was fantastic. One of the biggest cartoons on Nickelodeon. And one of the biggest things that you wanted to see was Tommy, Chucky, Phil and Lil, and Angelica all grow up. Like, that was just something you really wanted to see conceptualized. And when Rugrats stopped, All Grown Up did exactly that. They had all of these teaser trailers, they drew all of them older, and there was so much excitement about it, but man, when you saw it, it was just bad. It just wasn't good. It didn't capture that magic of Rugrats. And that's what Boruto did. That's what Boruto is the All Grown Up of the anime world. Its plot is just not that great. I don't think that making Naruto universal, like making aliens be in Boruto, I felt like that was such a bad move plot wise. That just it cheapened it. You know, like now that they're fighting aliens, and I just didn't like it. Boruto's eye has the potential to be so cool. It does. But the writing in Boruto has been so spotty that I just cannot trust them. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Hey, boss, have you seen an alien, please? Have you watched Goku Uzumaki Golden Wind? It's my favorite. You know, anytime I see stuff like that, those kinds of memes always cracked me up. Like the to try to upset the anime community memes, where someone would be like, "Oh man, did Harry Potter turn into a Super Saiyan?" And those memes kill me. Okay, don't come at me, but I haven't finished Naruto. Oh man, did Did Harry Potter turn into a Super Saiyan? And those memes kill me. Okay, don't come at me, but I haven't finished Naruto. Don't come at me, but I haven't finished Naruto. I never come at you for that. Honestly, this is actually going to be an interesting. This is something I actually. Honestly, this is actually going to be an interesting. This is something I actually wanted to talk about for a while. And I'll talk about this for just a couple minutes since the live is about to end. But anytime someone hasn't finished one of the big three, like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, even something outside of the big three like Dragon Ball Z, I would never get on top of them for that. These are anime that are a part of the big three because of their length. These are hundreds of episodes. Anyone who doesn't finish that, I have no problems with. I understand that. It's hard to try to finish those kinds of anime if you haven't grown up with it. Let's take Dragon Ball Z for instance. Dragon Ball Z has hundreds of episodes. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I was 11. I'm in my 20s and I just finished it. I've been watching it for decades, literally. So to get on top of somebody for not finishing something that took me 20 years to finish makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. I feel like I have no drama or qualms with any anime community, but when it comes to One Piece, I feel like One Piece is a very wholesome community, but the one issue is they will get on you if you do not watch One Piece. One of the common things said is, hey, if you haven't watched One Piece, you have no excuse if you've watched Naruto or Dragon Ball Z. And to me, I feel like that's an unfair assessment. I would find Dragon Ball Z really corny if I did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. It's also a time thing too. Yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of things in Dragon Ball Z wouldn't hold up today, even though some would, like the fights would, but there's certain things that don't hold up today. Mr. Popo is one of them. Mr. Popo definitely doesn't hold up today. I mean, just stuff like that. And when it comes to the One Piece community, they will say constantly that if you've seen these other anime, you can see One Piece. But the issue with that is, I've grown up with Naruto. I've grown up with Dragon Ball Z. I didn't try to watch it in my 20s when there's over 900 episodes. So I feel like, in my personal opinion, I'd never attack anyone for not finishing a classic anime that has hundreds of episodes. Boruto is a Netflix adaptation of Naruto. That was perfectly stated. I watch a lot of action anime, but never any Dragon Ball, and I don't know why. Do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. You probably didn't because of the hype around it or the pressure around it, and I don't blame anybody for not starting anime because of those factors. But I already know the whole series. Yeah, that's another thing too. If you already know it going into it, it's hard to sit through something that has been consistently spoiled for you. Wow. Hey, oh my god. Wow, thank you so much. I already know the whole series. Yeah, I need to finish DBZ and JoJo. Bella Dude, if I have to be honest with you, I'd say just watch JoJo. If you had to pick, and I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. The Majin Buu arc is one of the most influential arcs to me in anime, period. Anime Toast, hey! The Majin Buu arc has one of the most impactful scenes that I've ever seen in an anime, but I'd still suggest JoJo over Dragon Ball Z to start. Like, if you had to pick one, I'd suggest that one. Have you seen Kinnikuman? No, I haven't. Kinnikuman? No. What do you think of Tanpa from Hunter x Hunter? What do I think from Tanpa from Hunter x Hunter? I'm not remembering that character at the moment. I apologize. Who do you think would win, All Might or Escanor? I think Escanor would. That's a good question. I think Escanor would as well. Especially with especially with the current version of All Might, definitely Escanor. But All Might at his peak, I'd probably lean toward Escanor with that too. Black Clover, humans are Roman, elves are Romans, elves are Israeli. Leader is called Julius, and age is called. Interesting. That's an interesting take for sure. That's an interesting take for sure. Have you seen Magi? Oh man, have I seen Magi? That is one of my, if not Chirp Chirp no Jutsu is just. It should be. It definitely should be. I don't know why they're going crazy. And I have watched Magi. Magi is one of my, if not my most favorite adventure anime ever. Have you seen Angel Denetsu? No, I haven't. Elves were far more... I want to watch an anime worth a lot of training and power at Evo. I've seen most of my stuff. Any suggestions? Worth a lot of training and power evolution. Demon King Yusuke. With a lot of... and that'll be the last question, and then I'm going to have to go, guys. And for those of you who have been here, thank you. This was a very long anime. I mean, very long anime. This is a very long live. I really appreciate you. Do I like Sinbad? Yes, I do. It's unfortunate that they're not continuing it. But yes, the last question that I was going to answer was, you want to watch an anime with a lot of training and power evolution. What is one with a lot of training and power evolution? I'm assuming you've seen My Hero Academia. Let's see one that's lesser known. I would go with Magi. Magi is definitely that. There's definitely a lot of training in that. I'd have to think more on it. I'm getting a brain fart at the moment. I have to think more on it. Hunter x Hunter. Oh my god, of course. The classics. Hunter x Hunter. Oh, Zatch Bell ended terribly, man. Yu Yu Hakusho's a good one too. Yes, Yu Yu Hakusho definitely. Later, bro. Hey, man. Hey, take it easy. Thanks for being here. But yeah, God of High School is going to be one too. When God of High School comes out, that's a great one too. But guys, that is the end of the live. I really hope you enjoyed it. You weren't too bored. I really appreciate y'all. I'm going to be going live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys want to check that out, the topic's going to be most desired anime plot changes. So I definitely hope I see you there. Cry at... We're going to see your birds. I'll show you my birds tomorrow. Have a good one, man. Hey, thank you. Protege! Yeah, man. We're going to see your birds. I'll show you my birds tomorrow. Have a good one, man. Hey, thank you. Protege! Yeah, man. I've been on for 2 hours.